Hi, my name is Lynne McTaggart. I'm author of the international bestsellers The Field, The Intention Experiment, The Bond, and my forthcoming book, The Power of Eight. I've been studying the power of intention for many years, and particularly looking at the effect of supersizing intention by putting people into small and large groups. And what I've found about intention turns everything you think about it on its head. To demonstrate that, I want to share the story of Mitchell Dean and to show you how important it is to do your intention in a group. Mitchell was a clinical psychologist, very interested in alternative medicine, knew all the techniques, but nevertheless suffered from his own clinical depression for as long as he could remember. Nothing seemed to work for him. And for many, many of his days, when things got bad, he would really will a bus to come and run over him. He felt suicidal almost every day, and he just didn't know what to do. In my Intention Masterclass, I put people into groups of 8. I call it the power of 8. And that's part of the course, is being in a group of 8 for about a year. After a while of being in this group, Mitchell discovered the impetus to really look further as to the cause of his depression and actually found it had something to do with one aspect of his liver not working properly. Once that was fixed, he felt so much better. And he said he discovered and made advances in that year that were more than the 44 years he was on this earth put together. He also discovered many other things. He rediscovered music. He found focus where he had trouble before and managed to finish a book he wanted to write. He lost all kinds of weight and was down to his fighting weight again, and just rediscovered the joy in his life. But the biggest thing of all was really being part of this group. He calls it his intention family, and he says, there's something about working with people who don't know you, because all of these groups are virtual. People are working together on Skype or Google Hangouts. There's something about that virtual group of strangers sending intention to you who are not connected through friends, they're not connected through family or school or anything. Having that group intending for you is extremely powerful. And so is the idea of having these intention buddies. He made good friends with one of the members of his group, even though they've never met, and once told him, I'm suffering from insomnia. And his friend turned to him and said, don't worry, last night I got your back. I had your back. So it's that kind of connection that gets formed in our intention groups. A woman called a scientist called Lauren Deniso called it soiree miracles and said the idea of praying in a group is incredibly transformational because people feel part of something bigger, and that in itself proves healing. And that's certainly what we find in our intention master classes. So I run these every year, and this is how they work. For 6 weeks, I run a teleclass where I provide all the kind of information about what works in intention based on distilling all of the best techniques from intention masters, master healers, Buddhist monks, Qigong masters, and putting that together with what has also worked in the scientific laboratory. And so I have this distilled process, the powering up, that I teach people, plus all the other techniques of how intention works in relationships, etc. And then after those 6 weeks, I take our people and put them into groups of 8. And that becomes your intention family for a year. And it is there that the miracles occur, the transformations take place. In our groups, last year, for instance, of all the people who carried on with their group, 100% had some sort of major breakthrough. They healed long-standing conditions, health conditions. They repaired relationships. They cast off their workaday jobs in favor of something more powerful and interesting. they change their life purpose. They transform their lives. So we start this year on March 25th. I'd love to have you join us. So if you'd like to find out more or book your place, just click on the link that's supplied with this post. Thanks so much.